Okay, maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
Coach's Corner brought to you by Marion's University Ancilla College.
And in this segment of the Ancilla College, Marion, I'm going to have to get used to that someday. Marion Ancilla Coaches Show. Nick Amor joins me, man. Thanks for taking the time, and really a really good win for you guys last night.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. It felt good. Sometimes you just got to grind through it and come out with a win. So,
talk about it a little bit. I mean, you got some points up. You got the 47, and you held them off. I mean, how do you feel about the way you played?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the best part about that win last night was the fact that when I look at the scores book and I see even numbers across the board from all of my players, that to me is really a huge positive. It means that it was a good team win. Faith has been leading us in scoring these past few games, and it's not like we want that to go away. But it's good to see that even when she kind of struggled from the three-point line, we still had other players step up and find ways to score.
It sounds to me like maybe you're starting to find yourself a little bit, find that identity. I know you had a lot of young players and some other ones that, like Faith, who you knew how good she was, but you knew she was going to have to kick the rust off a little bit. I mean, you feel like maybe you're getting where you want to go?
Yeah, I think we're starting to get there. I think that, there's some things that I wish I could have done a little better last night from a coaching perspective and preparing them for that 1-3-1. And maybe we could have had a chance to put Riley away a little bit more. But, as far as going into tonight's contest against CGA, it's going to be another real test of where we truly are. Another tough matchup just from a lot of good outside threats like Riley had, and then also having girls that can put the ball on the floor. They're top 5 at CGA. They can all shoot, they can all drive, they can all finish. So it's going to be another battle of just needing to have good, solid team defense and then run our stuff offensively.
Talk about where you're at overall. I mean, what are the things? Let's start with the things you think, first of all, that you've got to get better at to continue to have the kind of season you want to have.
Yeah, I mean, the focus is going to constantly need to be turnovers and offensive rebounds given up for the other team. That has to be our focus. We've got to keep them off the glass, and we've got to take care of the ball. And if we continue to really focus on those things and limit the other team's possessions and extra opportunities, then we're going to be in ball games. And then once we get to where we're consistent with that, then we just let our offense do the work. So that's where I feel we really got to focus. As far as what we're doing well right now, I mean, we're moving the ball well. We're sharing the ball. We're being unselfish, and we're finding ways for each teammate to score, and that's going to be a big attribute that we got to continue to press on as we move forward in the season.
How about the things you feel good about? I mean, obviously you're winning some games, you're doing some good things. What do you feel like you're happiest with?
I think that we're finally getting back to the tenacious group that I've had in the past. I do feel like we started the season a little slow. Started the season with not as much energy, or maybe we'd get down by 12 or 13 points in that first quarter and then constantly be trying to catch up. And I felt like last night the girls just came out and they were ready to go. And that's what LaVille girls basketball needs to be for 32 minutes. Like, we've got to have that tenacity. We've got to have that energy. We have to dictate the tempo of the game. We can't let other teams dictate the tempo for us, because that just gets us out of our realm. So the fact that we're starting to do that, I'm really excited to see that, and it needs to carry over into tonight.
All right, talked a little bit about him, but I mean, obviously you've had a chance to see a little bit of CGA. I mean, what do you see when you break them down?
Yeah, so I went and watched that Bremen CGA game on Tuesday night. They've got athletes, and they can attack. And Brom is a good shooter. Lane is a good shooter. That number 22, I don't know her name off the top of my head, that comes off the bench for them, solid shooter. So, it's a similar matchup to Bremen. They drive and attack, and then if you close out or if you pinch gaps and you come in the help side, you got to be ready to rotate and still contest shots. And so that's what they're really good at doing. They're really good at penetrating and kicking out for that three, and they've got good vision. So our girls have to be in a stance the whole game. There's not going to be any standing up and just letting someone have an easy drive tonight, because they're going to finish and they're going to make you pay for it. So you got to be in a stance. You got to pinch gaps and be ready to rotate and try and anticipate, not react.
Talk about your girls now. I mean, what are you going to have to do in order to get a win tonight?
Yeah, I think in order to get a win, I'm hoping that Faith is on. That would be nice. If she's hitting, we're doing a little bit better. And then Weil and Markin and Singleton constantly have to look for ways to get to the basket. Don't settle for outside shots. Find ways to get to the basket and get to the foul line. And I think if we can do that, then the outside shot for those three will come. It'll constantly come. And then I need Morgan Schmidt and Chloe Davis and Sydney Williams to just continue to do what they've done the past couple of games really well. And that's just play the role that they're given. Play good, solid defense, get a hip on every shot, get a rebound, and be okay with just fulfilling that role. And if our girls can do that tonight, then we got a chance.
Well, man, I want to thank you for taking the time, and good luck to you tonight. And I guess we'll see you in a few hours.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you.
Nick Amore, the head coach at LaVille.
There's a trend happening around the educational world. More and more high school graduates are attending smaller community colleges to start their educational journey. At Marian University's Ancilla College, we welcome students from all walks of life. The opportunities at Marian University are endless, from living on campus to being a collegiate student-athlete. From day one, your professors will help you create a plan for a success at Marian and beyond. Find out more about Marian University's Ancilla College through our website at marian.edu/Ancilla today.
And in this section of the Marian Ancilla Coaches Show, we have Bill Murchie, head coach of the Culver Academy Eagles. And, man, if you told me after what I saw you didn't come back for this year, that you'd be 11-4 with the schedule you play, man, you must be playing really well.
Yeah, we love the girls we got. I obviously sad that we don't have some of the girls we've had previously, but love the girls I have, and the girls are playing hard and growing and maturing and really trying to figure some stuff out. So it's been good. We wish we could have a couple of them back. 3 on our schedule we want back. We'd love to play them again, but it's what it is. And you don't lose, you learn, right? So at the end of the day, we got to get better.
I would imagine, with all the things we've talked about that are, they're struggles for a private school, a boarding school to deal with. But I would imagine that in a case where you have girls like that, they get to know each other quicker, and that chemistry bonds quicker because they're together all the time.
Yeah, well, it's a little different. Yeah, they eat dinner every night together. So they go, practice every athlete at Culver Academies practices at 4:15 to 6, and 6:15 or whatever, and then we'll get done with film, and the girls will go eat dinner together, and then they go back to the dorms, and we've got girls that are roommates. So they connect really well. But you'll always notice that we're always going to score offensively, or we're always going to struggle to score offensively early in our season because again, like we don't even get really to play summer ball, and
Yeah.
half the time in summer ball, you're missing half your kids. And then, we have so many multi-sport athletes. Like even our fall workouts, we might have 3 or 4 girls in there. So, we figured out, and our biggest thing is we want to be playing our best basketball by the time we get to the sectional.
How do you feel that you're playing? Are you playing your best basketball now, or I mean, where are you at?
Oh, no, not even close. I mean, I think our ceiling's much, much higher. And I think it's because of what I know we can do offensively with some of our girls. You know, um, we got a couple girls that aren't shooting it really well right now. I think as a program as a whole, we're not finishing around the rim as well as we want. So, I've always hung my hat on us defensively and wanted to talk about defense, 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 but really it's time that 5 years in this program and 5 years of a defensive identity, it's time to really start figuring some things out offensively. So got to score better, got to make shots when they're open. We've had a lot of open shot, a lot of attention gets put on a couple of our girls. So we've got open looks, we just got to convert them. And same thing down under, like guards and posts, we got to finish around the rim better.
You can't be very upset with your defense, though. I mean, averaging you only give up 34 points a game. It's a pretty good number.
Yeah, we're actually pretty happy where we're at defensively. We gave up 39 to Bremen. Really, it was 37. Then we fouled late. But for a team that's averaging, I think they were 60 or 59 or 58. To hold them to 39, you think you win that game, right? You think
Yeah.
you can score it well enough to, if you hold a team like Bremen to 39, you think you score it well enough to win that game. So yeah, we're happy with where we're at defensively.
Talk about that Bremen game a little bit. I mean, it looks like the kind of a game that both of you want to inflict on the other team. I know they're right around 30 points on their defensive average too. And how do you feel you rose to that challenge? Because they're going to be a measuring stick for a lot of teams this year.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd be shocked. I don't know necessarily. I didn't check the rest of their schedule, but I think we look at since we beat them last year at this same time, they've lost 1 game. So they won like 14 straight, then lost to Whitco in the regional, and then they're 11-0 this year. So, I mean, they're 25-1 or something, 26-1 in their last 27 games. So, they're a good team, and we felt like we had a good plan against them. We felt like we held Grubbs to 10, we held Lawmaster to 9, and we held Kincaid to 10. So defensively, we felt like we were right where we wanted to be. Offensively, that they're going to pack it in the zone, and we shot 4 for 20 from three, and we were 5 for 8 from the free throw line. They were 10 for 15, so we obviously fouled too much and give up too many free throws. So for us, it's we want that one back because we feel like we could score it a little bit better. We had 3 amazing looks down the end of the game that could have either tied it or took the lead, but just didn't fall for us that night.
How about where you're at overall? I mean, let's talk about something first of all. I mean, there's probably something on your list, a couple of things maybe that you feel you really got to get better at if you want to have the season you want to have. I mean, what's on that list for you?
Yeah, I mean, 3-point shooting for us right now is a premium. We are, I think, as a team shooting in the low 20s. I mean, Piper Brum, we felt like his hunger had on the ability to shoot the ball. I mean, she's shooting it at like a 16% clip right now. So we're spending a lot of time in practice on catch and shoot threes. Just again, because we've got 2 girls that we feel like can really get 2 feet in the paint. And if you get 2 feet in the paint and you kick, like we got to be able to convert those, especially when teams are helping. So shooting for sure, and then finishing around the rim. We got a 15-minute finishing sequence that we start every practice with, where we're doing basically live finishing around the rim stuff. Because again, for us, like if we're leaving. If we're leaving 8 to 14 points off the board because we're not finishing layups, like that's got to be addressed now.
Yeah. Let's talk about tonight. I mean, you got LaVille. Kind of, it seems to me, I've seen them play once earlier. they're probably a team that's a little hard to get a finger on because the experience they have hasn't had a lot of experience. They got a lot of young players. They're just having that kind of young player season, winning some games, losing some others. I mean, what do you see when you look at them?
Well, first of all, man, Nick does an amazing job. I tell you what, that coach, like when I look at coaches around this area, he's one of the guys. I mean, obviously, Brim's coach, he does Alex does an amazing job, but Nick is good, and his girls are ready to play every night. They had a big win last night against South Bend Riley. They're going to play hard. They're going to die. They're going to win 50-50 balls. And that's our conversation to our girls is like, if you think you're going to walk in here and just kind of get through this game and, get to break, because this is always a trap game for us. We lost to them last year. But again, our girls are so ready to go home because they've been boarding, because they're just ready. They're ready for Christmas break. And they think they can just go in here and get out with a win. They're mistaken. LaVille plays hard. They're disciplined. They're going to switch on defense. They're going to play you man-to-man. They're going to play you tough. Nick does an amazing job. And I'll tell you what, the Meyer girl, she can fill it up.
Yeah.
I think she's averaging 17 a game. I was texting with him earlier, and I said, where did she come from? And she's been there. She, I guess, had shoulder surgery last year as a junior. So she was out, but she can flat out play.
How about your girls? I mean, what do you want to get done tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think we want to stick to our defensive identity first and foremost, right? Like, we want to play relentlessly. We want to constantly communicate, and then we want to, know the scouts. So for us, like, we spend a lot of time on, because we're going to play man, and we spend a lot of time on what they're going to do against man. And then on top of that, we just want to be relentless. We want to win the 50-50 balls. We want to make things hard for them without fouling. So defense first, and then back to offense. I mean, like, let's make some shots. Let's shoot over 30% from three tonight. So obviously it's never a goal, but for us, and what we're thinking as coaches is like, we want to see that ball go in, and then we want to convert 8 out of 9 from layups tonight.
Well, man, good luck to you tonight, and I guess we'll see you in a few hours.
Awesome. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Bill Murchie, head coach at Culver Academy, and we will be right back.
Johnson Danielson Funeral Home has been established in the community of Plymouth since 1879, and its staff is committed to providing care that goes beyond the expected in serving today's families who call Marshall County their home. They welcome families seeking options and alternative ways to pay tribute to someone, from burial packages to pre-planning to planning a checklist. The professionals, along with caring staff at Johnson Danielson, are available to assist your family 24 hours a day by simply calling 574-936-2829. Visit their website at johnsondanielson.com for a complete list of services. Johnson Danielson Funeral Home. Service beyond expectation.
Absolute Plumbing, Heating, Cooling of Plymouth has become one of the leading service companies in northern Indiana, serving Marshall, Stark, St. Joe, Fulton, LaPorte, Elkhart, and Kosciuszko County since 2014. They specialize in residential, commercial plumbing, heating, and cooling services. They also handle drain cleaning, water heater repair, commercial refrigeration, furnaces, generators, and much more. And they're the area's only York brand dealer. That's why Michiana has made Absolute Heating and Cooling their one-stop shop for service needs. Locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience in the trade. Visit their website at absolutephc.com for complete service information. Absolute Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, the area's top York brand dealer. Here's your starting lineup, brought to you by First Federal Savings.
And let's take a look at that starting lineup. First, for the visitors from Culver Girls Academy, it's going to be Lane Lyles at one of the wing spots. Amelia Binkley will join her out there. Mimi Smith and Piper Brum out top of the guard spot. Kate Clemens also at a wing spot. That's your starters for the Academy. For LaVille, it'll be Faith Meyer along with Maddie Singleton, Ava Weil, Morgan Schmidt, and Denny Markin will be the starting 5 for Nick Amore's crew. We'll take a break. We come back. We'll have the opening tip. You're listening to Max 98.3's Game of the Week.
When it comes to your money, you want a bank that understands you. At First Federal Savings Bank, we offer more than just a place to deposit your paycheck. We're here for you every step of your journey. Need a loan for that new dream home? We've got you covered. Looking to save for the future? Let's make it happen together. From personal banking to business banking, we offer full-service solutions tailored to your needs, online, in person, or over the phone. No matter where you are, we're with you every step of the way. First Federal Savings Bank. We don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best. Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines. First Federal Savings Bank is FDIC insured and equal housing lender. NMLS number 399927.
Back at Dale Cox Gym at LaVille High School. Rusty Nixon with you. We're just about ready to start. Tip-off for LaVille versus CGA. It'll be Faith Meyer against Lane Lyles. The tip is handled by CMA. They'll have the first possession. Piper Brum with it, directing traffic. I'll hand it back to Lyles. Just underway here at LaVille. Lyles drives to the right side, and she'll put it up from 15 off the front of the rim. Rebound comes down to Meyer, and LaVille will have their first shot at it. Just underway here at LaVille High School as the Lady Lancers bring it down the right side. Weil will hit Meyer, top of the key. It goes to Singleton. Now back to Weil. She'll take it back to the center. Goes to the right side, nothing there. Needs somebody to give it up to. Markin has it knocked out of her hands, recovers it, then gets it back to Weil. Weil will drive to the block, kicks to Markin for a look at three, in and out. And the rebound comes down to Piper Brum. She'll push it across, give it up to Mimi Smith, right side underneath all alone. Amelia Binkley, and CGA's on the board first. They'll go into full court pressure here. LaVille will break it with Weil coming across the right side. Now looks back to the middle, has Markin top of the key. Denny gets it over to the left, Single will take the three, no good. Rebound in the hands of Schmidt, gives it to Markin from 15, and she'll bury it. Denny Markin gets the Lancers on the board. We're tied at 2. Smith with it, works left side into the corner. Has Katie Clemens, she'll bring it back right corner to Lyles, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds by Brum. It'll belong to LaVille with CGA coming in and putting on that full court pressure here after the miss. Schmidt has Singleton, gives it back. Now has Weil on the right wing, cross court to Singleton. She'll bring it to the middle. Has Weil on the right wing. Bill Murchie trying to get his defense out a little tighter on the perimeter. Singleton with it, has Schmidt looking in the middle, nobody there. She'll take it right, or I should say left side to Weil, dribbles it off her leg. Loose ball, Lyles will pick it up. CGA on the drive to the block. Her shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Brum, gives it up to Clemens in the right corner. Brum now backing her way in. Tries to get it back to Clemens, throws it out of bounds. Ooh, it's going to stay LaVille basketball. Or a CGA basketball. Tied at 2. Piper Brum now with 2 rebounds. Lob to the left block in the hands of Binkley. Kicks it in the corner. Brum for 3. No good. Rebound down in the hands of Weil, I should say. And she'll try to dribble it across. Triple team. She gets fouled. I think that's going to go on Binkley. Amelia Binkley will pick up that foul. It'll be the first of the game. First for CGA, and LaVille will have it out of bounds in front of the scorer's table. 5:20 to play in the first. We're tied at 2. Weil in the corner has Meyer. She'll get it top of the key. Singleton left side to Weil. Looking for somewhere to go. Gets cut off by Lane. And a layup attempt. Couldn't make it roll in, and the rebound comes down to Lane Lyles. She'll push the issue, kicks it back to Brum on the trail. She'll take it into the paint, spin move, kicks in the corner. 2 attempt from Binkley, no good, and the rebound in the hands of Weil, and LaVille will have it back again. Still tied at 2, 4:43 to play in the first period here at LaVille High School. Top of the key, Schmidt off the screen. Weil gets fouled as Lane Lyles tried to get into that passing lane, got a little bit too much of Weil, and now coming to the floor for CGA for the first time will be Kresser and Schreiber. Lila Schreiber, Hannah Kresser. Tied at 2. Markin on the baseline. Kicks it to Singleton on the other side. Won't fall. And the rebound comes down to Kate Clemens. Now a steal by Weil. She can't hit the layup. Clemens will get the rebound again. So a turnover for CGA, doesn't get any points. And CGA with it back. Lane Lyles tries to drive, cut off at the free throw line. Kicks it over to Smith. She'll take it into the paint, loses the handle. Gets into the handle of Clemens. She loses it out of bounds, and CGA will turn it over. Still tied at 2. 3:56 to play in the first. Full court pressure again. Singleton has Meyer. Kicks it over to Weil on the right side. She'll bring it up, give it to Meyer at the free throw line. Tries to drive, gets fouled. Meyer took it into the paint, drew the foul from Kate Clemens. That'll be her first. Third foul on the Academy. It sends Faith Meyer to the free throw line with a chance to break this tie. Both teams scored on their second possession. Neither has scored since. And Meyer hits the first one, a free throw. Makes it 3-2 LaVille. She'll have a second one here. That one is up, and it too is good. 2 for 2 for Meyer, 4-2 LaVille. Up quickly. Lane Lyles has an open Schreiber on the other block, loses the handle on the baseline, but it'll stay. CGA ball. Schreiber had a wide open look, but couldn't get the handle on the pass, so Lane Lyles will trigger it in. 4-2 lead for LaVille here. CGA trying to tie it, or better. Comes into Hannah Kresser. Now right side, Clemens tries to get it to Clemens in the middle. And Weil comes out of there with a steal. And now another one. Turnover, well, goes right back to LaVille. And Nick Amor wants to have a timeout here and talk it over as the teams trade a couple of turnovers there. We'll go to a break as well. 3:20 to play. Max 98.3's game of the week. LaVille leads at 4-2.
Now Coke Zero Sugar. With great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news. Some were skeptical. So we're not going to have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
Out of the timeout, LaVille will bring it in. We're back at Dale Cox Gym. Abel Weil will get the inbound in front of the LaVille bench, guarded immediately by Lane Lyles. Gets it up to Weil on the right corner. 3:09 to play, 4-2 LaVille. All the way to the baseline. Weil gets cut off, loses the handle, now needs help. And she's going to get called for 3 seconds. Got caught in that lane with nowhere to go and nothing to do. Lost the handle on the way to the basket. It costs LaVille a possession. Turnover goes to CGA. 3 minutes to play. Full court pressure now by LaVille. Schreiber has Lyles. She'll throw it cross court to Smith. She'll drive it to the block. Lays it up, no good. And the rebound kicked into the corner. It's going to belong to LaVille. 4-2 the score. We're in the first quarter. 2:47 to play. A defensive struggle so far, as neither team has really been able to put the ball at, really not taking many shots in the first quarter. Markin brings it across. Looking for somewhere to go.
Now needs help, gives it up to Meyer, sets a screen. Meyer has it knocked out of her hands on the floor. Bodies fall, jump ball, and it's going to belong to LaVille. And coming back to the floor for CGA is Binkley. And for the first time, we see Kenzie Miller. As Clemens and Smith will take a seat for a break. Got a whistle and a foul away from the ball. It's thrown in the corner. Meyer hit a three. But we're going to get a foul on Denny Markin away from the basketball. So the first foul on LaVille takes 3 off the board. And it's 4-2 Lancers as CGA comes across. Lane Lyles drives it right side. Takes the short jumper, nothing but net. Lyles with her bucket of the first bucket of the night makes it 4-4. Full court pressure again. LaVille. Weil kicks it back to Meyer. She'll bring it across. Has Markin on a long pass, and then he couldn't run it down in the corner. On the left side, it'll go back to CGA. 2 turnovers now for LaVille, 3 for CGA, and a tie at 4 here. 1:58 to play in the first period. Lyles kicks it over to Miller in the corner. That's Kresser drives it. Now Lyles back at the top of the key. Gets a screen from Binkley. Gives it back to her on the block. She'll kick it to the opposite side. Kresser drives it, kicks it. Miller with a shot fake. Doesn't take it. Gives it back to Kresser on the left wing. Cross court to Binkley. Top of the key, Lyles. She'll get a screen. She'll take the 3. Nothing but net. Lane Lyles with a pull-up jumper makes it 7-4 CGA. Weil to the block, to the lane, to the bucket. Nobody stopped Ava Weil. She went all the way for 2, makes it 7-6 CGA. Under a minute to play. Lyles goes to the baseline, cut off on the right side. Top of the key, Miller. Left side it goes to Kresser. Looking in there, Miller will go to the block, gets it. Has herself tied up and taken out of her hands. It's Weil with the basketball and the steal. 4 turnovers now for CGA and a foul. Going to go on Hannah Kresser. She tries to get the ball back. Maddie Singleton in there making the play. She'll get the steal. And now LaVille will have the ball back. 7-6. Eagles lead at under a minute. 45 seconds to be exact. Weil. Right side has Singleton. Kills the dribble, needs help from Schmidt. Coming off the screen, has it to Markin at the free throw line. She'll try to drive it, gets cut off at the block. Ball loose, she'll recover it. Gives it to Weil in the left corner. Back to Markin. 27 seconds. Meyer will come across. Take the 3. No good. Rebound. Comes down to Brum, and she'll get fouled on the way down the court by Meyer. Lila Trieber hit the floor hard, and she'll come off to the sideline. Already nursing an injury. Her right thigh heavily taped. She's pointing at her face. Got hit in the mouth as she went down low, and so she'll spend some time with the trainer here for CGA. Meanwhile, Mimi Smith goes to the bucket. Has nowhere to go with it, and Denny Markin, not afraid of contact at all, picks up that rebound. They don't get a shot off, but boy, Denny went looking for some contact after that rebound. 7-6, we go to the second quarter. CGA with the lead. It's been a defensive struggle. We'll be right back. It's Max 98.3's Game of the Week. When it comes to your money, you want a bank that understands you. At First Federal Savings Bank, we offer more than just a place to deposit your paycheck. We're here for you every step of your journey. Need a loan for that new dream home? We've got you covered. Looking to save for the future? Let's make it happen together. From personal banking to business banking, we offer full-service solutions tailored to your needs, online, in person, or over the phone. No matter where you are, we're with you every step of the way. First Federal Savings Bank. We don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best. Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines. First Federal Savings Bank is FDIC insured and equal housing lender. NMLS number 399927.
Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar, with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news. Some were skeptical. So we're not going to have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
Back at Dale Cox Gym at LaVille High School, CGA brings it in. Out of the quarter break, Lane Lyles with it. Kicks it off on the block, and a good look for Sophia Dickey on the floor for the first time, but she can't get it to fall. And so it'll go to LaVille. We're just underway in the second quarter, a 7-6 lead here for CGA. They'll go to full court pressure as they have for the whole night. LaVille gets it in. Schmidt has Weil looking to move it forward. They better hurry, and they do. Get it into Denny Markin in the front court. Now the half court for LaVille. Weil comes back to the middle, working against Lyles. Has it to Singleton. In the corner to Markin. Looking for somewhere to go. Drives it towards the paint. Will take it to the top of the key. Gives it up to Singleton on the right wing. Top of the key now Schmidt. Looking for Weil off the screen. Ava will get it on the left wing. Thought about the baseline, brings it back out, and I think she was trying to hit Schmidt on the other block, and Morgan thought she was trying to throw it to Markin in the corner, so it'll go out of bounds. Only the third turnover for LaVille. And CGA with a chance to add to a 7-6 lead. Lane Lyles drives it to the middle, shoots it from 15, misses it. Rebound comes down in the hands of Faith Meyer, her second board of the game. And LaVille will have it back, 6:47. We're just underway in the second. 7-6 CGA lead. Weil, right side, has Meyer off the screen. Faith hasn't had the ball in her hands much here in this first half. Turn and look by Markin from 15. Nothing. And Brum comes away with the rebound. Her third. Up quickly on the break and finds Binkley headed to the basket. A bucket for CGA makes it 9-6. Markin now working against this full court pressure as Schmidt. Singleton all alone, goes to the bucket, lays it in. Maddie Singleton with the assist from Schmidt. Makes it 9-8 now. CGA with the lead. Lane Lyles crosses the 10-second line. She'll bring it across. Brum into the corner. Has Kresser. Now back to Brum on the block. Gets it over to Sophia Dickey for the bucket. 11-8. Second really good look for Sophia. She'll put the second one down. And CGA with the lead. Meyer brings it across for LaVille. Hits Markin on the trail. Now Schmidt on the left block. Tries the baseline cut off. Gets it back to Markin. She'll give it up to Weil. Three from the left wing, and she buries it. Ava Weil with 5 points now. Makes it 11-11. 5:17 to play here in the second period. Lane Lyles has it knocked out of her hands. Gives it up to Piper Brum. Nowhere to go. Meyer all over, and a steal by Singleton. Trying to go coast to coast. She'll lay it up and she'll lay it in. Steal in a bucket. Maddie Singleton now has 4 and a couple of steals. And it is 13-11. LaVille with the lead. Lane Lyles gives it up to Kresser. She'll take it to the bucket. Her shot no good. And Maddie Singleton comes away with a rebound. Ava Weil will bring it up. Lila Treber will come back to the game at the next break along with Kate Clemens. A three from Markin. No good. Lane Lyles comes away with her second rebound. Up quickly on the break. Amelia Binkley for 2. And we're tied at 13. A quick timeout for CGA will take one as well. You're listening to Max
98.3's Game of the Week.
Who doesn't like pizza, right? But have you tried the pizza at Bourbon Street Pizza lately? More fresh ingredients and a new pizza sauce recipe. It's like a slice of heaven each and every time you take a bite. And now there's 16 new style of pizzas for you to choose from on the menu. And let's not forget the mouth-watering wings or their 5 different pasta dishes to choose from. Bourbon Street Pizza with area locations in Plymouth, Culver, Argus, Walkerton, Napanee, and in Bourbon. If you're looking for a quick and delicious dinner for the entire family to enjoy, look no further than a Bourbon Street Pizza location near you.
In a world where there's so many ways to get your news, stay connected by finding out information about your school, local news, along with sports and current events. With a subscription to the Pilot News, they bring you everything you need to know right at your fingertips or on your doorstep. Call Circulation today and ask for their monthly special. Call 574-936-3101 today. Pilot News, Marshall County's news source since 1851.
Back at Dale E. Cox Gymnasium, we're tied at 13. Quick timeout by CGA and LaVille. Will have the ball in. Out of that timeout, they'll have to go the length of the floor. And they get it into Denny Mark, and she's looking for somewhere to go. Baseball pass far ahead, not far enough. Amelia Binkley comes away with it. CGA on the turnover. Up quickly in the corner, Brum has Smith. She'll bring it back to the middle, give it up to Lyles. She'll hand it to Clemens, who's back on the floor after the break. Corner goes, Treber thought about it, pulls it back, gives it up to Smith. Now she'll give it up to Clemens. Now Lyles moves to the center, and she gets fouled by Meyer. That's a tough one. Second foul on Faith Meyer. That would be a big blow to LaVille. She is a big part of their offense. Nick Amore going to stay with his veteran player. Pass comes into Lyles, picks it up, shoots it, no good. Rebound fought for. Binkley comes out of there with it, and Denny Markin going to pick up a foul, and that is another big one. It's Denny Markin will pick up number 2. So 2 key members of the LaVille offense in foul trouble here with 2. Binkley's first shot is up and good. He's got 7 points already. Maddie Singleton will come onto the floor. Sydney Williams for the first time tonight for LaVille. Also out there is Chloe Davis for the first time tonight as well, as Meyer will take a seat. Second shot by Binkley is good. She's got 8, and it's 15-13 CGA. Ava Weil will push it across herself, looking to go to the block. Gets there, tries to flip it down to Davis, who just couldn't go up high enough to get it. So another turnover, the 5th for LaVille, as they start to mount up a little bit. You heard Nick Amore in the pregame talk about how every possession is precious for this LaVille team. They got to cut down turnovers. 15-13 CGA. Treber with it. Lyles hits Clemens on the block, who hits Binkley on the opposite block. And Binkley now in double figures with 10. And it's 17-13 CGA. Ava Weil will push it across herself, hands it to Singleton. Singleton loses the handle, gets it back, moves to the middle, tries to drive to the block, to the paint, can't get it to fall, and the rebound on the floor. Bodies flying around. And tie-up is going to give the ball to LaVille on the alternating possession. Good job underneath by Sydney Williams, tying that one up to get the possession back for LaVille. Now in the corner, Ava Weil will take the 3 off the front of the rim, and Mimi Smith comes away with the rebound. Tries to push it to the other end. Treber goes to the bucket, lays it in. The basket counts, or does it? And they're talking about it. The basket is going to count. So Treber puts it in and will go to the line trying to complete the three-point play, and it's 19-13 CGA. So Lila Treber on the free throw line. 2:38 to play in the half. Her shot no good. She fights it down, gets the rebound in the corner, so she misses the free throw, but makes good on getting the rebound back. Lyles has it to Smith. They'll set the half court. Screen by Binkley. Now Lyles with it on the block, tries to get it to Trieber, knocked away. Lyles recovers it, kicks it to Smith, has it to Clemens on the block. Trieber takes it to the basket, won't fall, and the rebound in the hands of Weil, but it's going to be a foul on Binkley as she comes across trying to force the issue.
Culver catching foul number 2. Binkley, that's her second.
Should say Maddie Singleton with that rebound. Now Piper Brum will come out, and Trieber will take a break. Full court pressure, 2:07 to play in the half. LaVille with a basketball, and Smith sneaks in behind Sydney Williams and ties her up for a jump ball, and it'll give the possession back to CGA. And they'll have it out in front of the LaVille bench. Lane Lyles will come over to trigger it in. She's got Mimi Smith. She'll work the right side. Gets a screen, tries to go somewhere, gets cut off. Has the ball on the floor now as Schmidt able to make a great defensive play to get the steal. 6 turnovers now for CGA, and LaVille will have a shot at it. 19-13. Off the screen, Davis. Top of the key, Schmidt. Looking for somebody to break open on the screen, and it's going to be Lane Lyles taking the pass, going the distance and laying it in. Stealing a bucket by Lane Lyles. Makes it 21-13. Full court pressure again here by CGA. Amelia Binkley will take a seat as Sophia Dickey comes back to the floor for CGA. Pass comes into Williams, gets it over to Weil. Lyles takes it away. Another steal for Lane Lyles, 7th turnover for LaVille. Down the baseline, Mimi Smith kicks it to Brum in the corner for 3, and it won't fall. That rebound comes down to Schmidt, her second, and LaVille will have it. And CGA will drop back into half-court defense here with 1:06 to play, 21-13, Eagle lead. Right side, it goes to Williams. Her pass intercepted by Smith. Trying to go coast to coast. Lays it up with the left hand. Lays it in. Steal and a bucket by Mimi Smith. 8 turnovers now for LaVille, and they'll take a quick timeout. It's quickly a 10-point CGA lead. We'll be right back. You're listening to Max 98.3's Game of the Week.
Zero sugar with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news. Some were skeptical. So we're not going to have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
Back at Daly Cox Gymnasium in Lakeville, Indiana. We've got under a minute to play here in the first half. 23-13 our score. CGA with the lead. And LaVille will have the basketball out of their own timeout. They'll have to go the length of the floor here. 54 seconds left to play in the half. Morgan Schmidt will trigger it in for LaVille. Full court pressure again by CGA, though. Been in that full court pressure pretty much that whole first half. Throw comes into the middle, and Sydney Williams gets wrapped up by 2 defenders, and one of them gets just a little bit too much arm. So a foul is on Mimi Smith. It's her first, and it'll keep the ball in LaVille's hands. CJ will drop back into the half-court defense, I should say, and Ava Weil will bring it across. Working against Lane Lyles, gets to the left side, loses a handle, now needs help. Gives it up to Williams. Chloe Davis, now Schmidt. And ball is taken away by Piper Brum, trying to go coast to coast. She'll lay it up, she'll lay it in. Piper Brum with a steal and a bucket. And CGA starting to extend this lead, 25-13 now with 20 seconds left. A couple of LaVille players on the bench still in foul trouble. Ava Weil goes to the bucket, lays it up. It doesn't fall. Wiles with the rebound, pushes it to the other end. Spin move in the paint, kicks in the corner. Smith to the block, lays it up. It won't fall, but she gets fouled. And that one's going to be on Sydney Williams. Faith Meyer and Denny Markin have had to sit a lot of this second quarter with 2 fouls. And it has made a difference as it's 25-13 here. CGA has been able to extend their lead a bit. And the free throw by Smith is good. She'll get a second one. Just 3 seconds left here in the first half. Second free throw is also good. Nothing but net for Smith. She's got 4. Pass comes into Weil, gets to the 10-second line. Her shot at the buzzer, no good. And we go to halftime. And CGA able to extend a lead here in this second quarter. And it's 27-13. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have our halftime show. You're listening to Max 98.3's Game of the Week. Score at halftime. CGA 27, LaVille 13.
Zero sugar with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news. Some were skeptical. So we're not going to have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
Absolute Plumbing, Heating, Cooling of Plymouth has become one of the leading service companies in northern Indiana. Serving Marshall, Stark, St. Joe, Fulton, LaPorte, Elkhart, and Kosciuszko County since 2014. They specialize in residential, commercial plumbing, heating, and cooling services. They also handle drain cleaning, water heater repair, commercial refrigeration, furnaces, generators, and much more. And they're the area's only York brand dealer. That's why Michiana has made Absolute Heating and Cooling their one-stop shop for service needs. Locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience in the trade. Visit their website at absolutephc.com for complete service information. Absolute Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, the area's top York brand dealer. There's a trend happening around the educational world. More and more high school graduates are attending smaller community colleges to start their educational journey. At Marian University's Ancilla College, we welcome students from all walks of life. The opportunities at Marian University are endless, from living on campus to being a collegiate student athlete. From day one, your professors will help you create a plan for a success at Marian and beyond. Find out more about Marian University's Ancilla College through our website at marian.edu/Ancilla today. It's the Big B Coffee Halftime Show.
We're at halftime here at Daly Cox Gymnasium, 27-13 our score. The CGA Eagles with the lead here over LaVille. And coming up in just a moment, we'll take a look at our scoring for the first half. First, let's take a look at some other games going on tonight. Of course, this one here, Culver and LaVille. Also, Bremen and Triton is underway. That a big inter-county rivalry. Tippecanoe Valley and Caston set to tip off here in a few moments. Argus and Glen will be underway in just a moment or two. Also, Jimtown and Northwood set to tip off in just a little while. That's girls basketball action. Really just one game of note in boys action tonight. We'll take a look. I believe it's Glen and South Central. And it is. Glen and the Satellites will get underway here in just a few moments. That's boys action here in the area. So look at a few of the other area games. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have more of our halftime show. You're listening to Max 98.3's Game of the Week. Our score, CGA 27 and LaVille 13.
McDonald's restaurants in Plymouth and Bremen, Indiana are now owned and operated by local residents Bill and Flo Bolt. Bolt Enterprises are proud to own and operate all 4 McDonald's restaurants in Marshall County. Become part of the McDonald's family today with Bolt Enterprises McDonald's. Absolute Plumbing, Heating, Cooling of Plymouth has become one of the leading service companies in northern Indiana, serving Marshall, Stark, St. Joe, Fulton, LaPorte, Elkhart, and Kosciuszko County since 2014. They specialize in residential, commercial plumbing, heating, and cooling services. They also handle drain cleaning, water heater repair, commercial refrigeration, furnaces, generators, and much more. And they're the area's only York brand dealer. That's why Michiana has made Absolute Heating and Cooling their one-stop shop for service needs. Locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience in the trade. Visit their website at absolutephc.com for complete service information. Absolute Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, the area's top York brand dealer.
Johnson Danielson Funeral Home has been established in the community of Plymouth since 1879, and its staff is committed to providing care that goes beyond the expected in serving today's families who call Marshall County their home. They welcome families seeking options and alternative ways to pay tribute to someone, from burial packages to pre-planning to planning a checklist. The professionals, along with caring staff at Johnson Danielson, are available to assist your family 24 hours a day by simply calling 574-936-2829. Visit their website at johnsondanielson.com for a complete list of services. Johnson Danielson Funeral Home. Service beyond expectation.
Who do I perform for? I perform for all the awesome composers whose music deserves to be heard.
I perform for all the stagehands who make sure I never miss a cue.
I perform for our high school choir director who taught me to breathe from the diaphragm and sing from the heart.
Speech, debate, theater, music. The performing arts teach valuable life lessons that typically aren't taught in the classroom. They help high school students learn leadership skills that prepare them to enjoy more satisfying, productive lives.
I perform for Mrs. Evans, my high school debate coach, who has helped me become more confident than I ever dreamed possible.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high school in your community.
Hey, I've got a question for you. Who will you perform for?
At halftime, Dale Cox Gymnasium here at LaVille High School. Our halftime score, CGA 27, LaVille 13. And let's take a look at the scoring from the first half. First for LaVille, it was Faith Meyer with just 2 points. They did a good job of keeping the ball out of Faith's hands. She got in some foul trouble at the end of the first half. Had to spend some time on the bench, so we'll see how soon she gets back out there. But she had 2 points in that first half, 2 rebounds to go with it. Maddie Singleton had 4 points with a couple of rebounds. Ava Weil with 5 points. She had a couple of rebounds as well. And Denny Markin also in a little bit of foul trouble late in that first half. Had 2 points for LaVille. CGA side of things, it was Lane Lyles having a nice first half. 7 points, 3 rebounds, couple of steals. Amelia Binkley with 12 points in that first half. Mimi Smith had 4. Piper Brum had a bucket for 2, also had 3 rebounds to go with that. Sophia Dickey got off the bench and put a shot in for 2 points, and Lila Trieber the same. Got off the bench there in that first quarter, got herself a bucket, and she has 2 points as well. That leads us to our 27-13 score. Difference really right now is LaVille with 9 turnovers and CGA with 6. And CGA has made almost every turnover count for points. It was something that Nick Amore talked about in our pregame, was that it's going to be a source of emphasis for the whole year for this team, is cutting down on the turnovers. On the other side, CGA, their point of emphasis is shooting the ball a little better, and once again, I have a feeling Bill Murchie had to talk about that at halftime too, because a lot of some decent opportunities missed for the Eagles there in that first half. Take a quick break. We come back. We'll have the second half tip. You're listening to Max 98.3's Game of the Week halftime score. CGA 27, LaVille 13.
Restaurants in Plymouth and Bremen, Indiana are now owned and operated by local residents Bill and Flo Bolt. Bolt Enterprises are proud to own and operate all 4 McDonald's restaurants in Marshall County. Become part of the McDonald's family today with Bolt Enterprises McDonald's. Absolute Plumbing, Heating, Cooling of Plymouth has become one of the leading service companies in northern Indiana, serving Marshall, Stark, St. Joe, Fulton, LaPorte, Elkhart, and Kosciuszko County since 2014. They specialize in residential, commercial plumbing, heating, and cooling services. They also handle drain cleaning, water heater repair, commercial refrigeration, furnaces, generators, and much more. And they're the area's only York brand dealer. That's why Michiana has made Absolute Heating and Cooling their one-stop shop for service needs. Locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience in the trade. Visit their website at absolutephc.com for complete service information. Absolute Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, the area's top York brand dealer.
Back at Daly Cox Gymnasium, second half, ready to start. LaVille will have it in out of the halftime break. Denny Markin will try to hand it to Ava Wild. Gets loose on the floor, and Ava will pick it up. LaVille with the possession here to start the third quarter. Faith Meyer down the baseline, forces her way into the paint. It won't fall. And the rebound comes down to Piper Brum, number 4 for her. And CGA will have a shot at extending a 27-13 lead. Lyles on the block, and Binkley right through the hands of Clemens. And she'll retrieve it in the corner, take it top of the key to Smith. Working in the middle is Lyles. Hands it off to Brum. Nowhere to go, gets to the paint, kicks it. Smith now, top of the key, Clemens. Lyles has it on the left wing. Goes to the paint, pull-up jumper, no good. And Maddie Singleton comes away with her third rebound. Just underway here in the third. CGA with a 27-13 lead. Wild works to the left side. Has Meyer in the left corner. She'll bring it back to the middle. Has Markin on the block. Double team. Kicks it back to Meyer for 3. It's short. And Piper Brum comes away with her 5th rebound. And it's knocked out of bounds, and it'll go back to LaVille as Maddie Singleton, with an outstanding defensive play, gets the ball to bounce off of Brum's leg, and it'll go to the Lancers. Wild brings it in, has Meyer top of the key. She'll get a double screen. Bang. Dave Meyer with a 3-point bucket makes it 27-16. 6:34 to play in the third. Lane Lyles will give it up to Clemens. Now has Brum, and Meyer jumps in front of the pass, steals it away. It's knocked out of bounds by Clemens, but it'll stay LaVille basketball. Turnover by CGA will give it back to LaVille, and they'll bring it in front of the hometown faithful across the way. Schmidt will bring it in to Mark, and double-teamed instantly down in the corner. Needs help. She'll get it back to Schmidt, who has it taken out of her hands by Lyles. Third steal by Lane. On the breakaway, Binkley can't hit the layup. Brum with the rebound. Can't hit it, but goes to the free throw line as she got fouled. 6 rebounds now for Piper Brum.
That's your first team first.
And the foul going to be on Morgan Schmidt. That'll be her first. And it'll send Piper Brum to the free throw line. 27-16, make it 28 as Brum buries the first free throw. She'll get a second one. 6:09 here in the third. Piper Brum trying to add to this CGA lead. Second free throw. That one good as well. 2 for 2 from the line for Brum. Makes it 29-16 CGA. Pass will come in, and Markin has it stolen away by Smith. It goes to the baseline. Her shot is blocked. Brum with the rebound has it blocked again, and it goes out of bounds. It'll stay CGA basketball. So a turnover. 4 steals now for Lyles, and it's 29-16. Pass comes in. Brum on the left wing, lobs it underneath. Nobody there. Meyer will chase it down and picks it up. They say she was on the baseline. So the team's trade turnovers there. Meyer just a little too close to that baseline. Gives it right back. Pass comes in, and Clemens will chase it down on the left wing. Hands it off to Brum, top of the key, Smith, and they'll start the half-court offense. Smith drives it. She'll get it top of the key. Brum, Lane Lyles with it in the corner. Thinks about taking it up. She'll take a dribble, goes back to the center, double dribbles with it. She'd used up the dribble before. So 9 turnovers now for CGA. They'll come into full court pressure here. Comes in on the side, and Markin will catch the inbound pass. Double teamed immediately, and then from behind, intercepted by Binkley. Gets it up to Brum. She can't hit the layup, and Schmidt will come away with a rebound. Tough miss for Piper Brum. A lot of contact on that one, as Binkley came away with a steal, but CGA couldn't make it count for points. Now a pass into the center. Piper Brum comes away with it. Another turnover for LaVille. Lane Lyles will push the issue up the floor. Goes into the paint. Gives it up to Binkley. And Binkley will get another bucket. She's got 12 points now. 31-16 CGA. Markin brings it across for LaVille. Has Singleton at the free throw line. Turns around, puts it in the air. Rebound comes down to Ava Weil. Got a whistle underneath and got knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay LaVille basketball. Hannah Kresser will come out for the first time here in the second half. Gets a hand on that inbound pass, and it goes out of bounds. Piper Brum will get her first break of the second half. 4:32 to play here in the third, 31-16. Schmidt looking for somewhere to go with it. Gets it to Weil. Dribbles right into the defense. Has it knocked out of her hands. Hannah Kresser will come away with a steal. 15 turnovers now, and a pass underneath to Binkley. She'll bury that one. She's got 14, and they're 33 for the Eagles. Steal on the inbound. Mimi Smith with it, and she'll take it to the bucket for 2. Turnovers mounting up here for LaVille. It's what we talked with Nick Amor about in the pregame show. It's been a problem here for his team. Sydney Williams will give a break to Morgan Schmidt. And Lila Trieber will come to the floor and give a break to Kate Clemens for the first time here in the second half. Inbound pass is kicked away. LaVille will have it back. 35-16. CGA with the lead here. 4:07 to play in the third. Sydney Williams gets it into Meyer. Up quickly. Singleton tries to slow down enough to get it in the bucket. She does. Pass was a little long. Singleton ran it down, puts in a bucket. She's got 6 points now. And she gets fouled on the way there. She'll shoot a free throw.
Fouls on 33, Kresser.
Hannah Kresser with the foul. And it'll be a timeout here for LaVille, as Nick Amor wants to talk about it. We'll take a break as well. You're listening to Max 98.3's Game of the Week. CGA leads at 35-18 over LaVille.
There's a trend happening around the educational world. More and more high school graduates are attending smaller community colleges to start their educational journey. At Marian University's Ancilla College, we welcome students from all walks of life. The opportunities at Marian University are endless, from living on campus to being a collegiate student athlete. From day one, your professors will help you create a plan for a success at Marian and beyond. Find out more about Marian University's Ancilla College through our website at marian.edu/Ancilla today. McDonald's restaurants in Plymouth and Bremen, Indiana are now owned and operated by local residents Bill and Flo Bolt. Bolt Enterprises are proud to own and operate all 4 McDonald's restaurants in Marshall County. Become part of the McDonald's family today with Bolt Enterprises McDonald's.
Back at Daly Cox Gym out of LaVille's timeout, Maddie Singleton will go to the free throw line. She'll be trying to complete a three-point play. And her free throw is up and in and out. And the rebound comes down to Lila Trieber, her second board. And CGA will have it back, try to add to their lead, 35-18. Hand off to Lyles. She'll kick it in the corner. All alone, Kresser for three. It won't fall. Rebound to Binkley. She can't get it to drop. And on the rebound, Maddie Singleton having an outstanding game. 4 rebounds, 6 points for her. A couple of steals to go with that. Denny Markin now needs help, kills the dribble. Has to give it up pretty soon. Has Faith Meyer cross on the other side, and a whistle. And a foul. I think that's going to go on Mimi Smith, and it will. So Smith with her second. And LaVille will have it in under their basket. Ava Weil will trigger it in. Has to find somebody here quickly. Gets it into Meyer. She forces her way into the paint. Shot no good, and Binkley comes away with her first rebound. Up quickly, Singleton tries to make the steal, but it ends in the hands of Hannah Kresser, who makes the play. 37-18 now. Ava Weil trying to go coast to coast. Has it blocked. Ball on the floor, and they're going to say that Weil took it out. So it's going to belong to CGA. Ava Weil tried to go coast to coast. Had the shot blocked, and in the fight for the rebound, ended up out of bounds with it. So 37-18, CGA with the lead and the basketball. Into the paint, Lyles, pull up 15-footer, no good. And the rebound in the hands of Ava Weil, her fourth. 37-18, 2:46 to play. Left side, it goes to Singleton. Top of the key to Markin. Looking for somebody to come off a screen. It's going to be Meyer on the right side. Smith all over on defense. Somehow Meyer pushes her way into the paint, gets the bucket. 37-20. Mimi Smith pushes it up quickly for CGA. Has Lyles. Now Trieber. And ill-advised foul here by Meyer as she gets a little bit too much of the arm, and so it is number 3 on Faith Meyer. 37-20, 2:20 to play in the third. CGA with the lead. They have the basketball. Mimi Smith will trigger it in. Gets to Binkley off the screen. Lyles now tries to give it back to Binkley. She dribbles it out of bounds. And 10 turnovers now for CGA. They'll come out and play full court defense again, as they have for the whole ball game. And a pass comes in, and somehow Trieber gets her hands on it. Ball's loose on the floor. It'll stay CGA possession as they call timeout to keep that possession. We'll take a break. We come back. 2:10 to play in the third. 37-20. CGA leads it.
Restaurants in Plymouth and Bremen, Indiana are now owned and operated by local residents Bill and Flo Bolt. Bolt Enterprises are proud to own and operate all 4 McDonald's restaurants in Marshall County. Become part of the McDonald's family today with Bolt Enterprises McDonald's.
Cox Gym here in Lakeville, Indiana, LaVille High School. CGA will have it in out of their timeout. They lead 37-20. 2:08 to play here in the third. Mimi Smith has it, gives it up to Hannah Kresser, tries to drive it to the paint, gets a shot off, but gets fouled on the way there, and she'll shoot some free throws. That's going to be on Ava Weil. That'll be her first foul. Piper Brum will come back in at the next break, as will Kate Clemens for CGA. As Kresser hits the first free throw. He's got 3 points now for the Eagles. Mimi Smith will get a break, as will Amelia Binkley. And Kresser will get a second shot. 38-20. And make that 39-20 CGA. 2:02 to play, full court pressure. Denny Markin will bring it in, has Weil. Going to try to trap out of this. They get it over to Singleton cross court. Now Markin, she'll dribble it, hands it off to Weil. Weil will bring it across the timeline, kicks it to Singleton. She'll try the drive on the right side, cut off. In the corner, has Weil. Weil turns and faces, gives it up to Sydney Williams, who checked in at the break. Now Meyer off the screen, buries a three. Faith Meyer. 10 points now, 39-23. CGA with the lead, full court pressure here from LaVille. Lane Lyles breaks it, goes all the way to the rim, and wow, gets bailed out by a foul. Sydney Williams will get called for the blocking foul. Lyles went into the paint, just hit the bottom of the rim with the layup, and the foul will be on Williams. Nick Amore wanted an explanation of how that happened. First free throw by Lyles is nothing but net. Lane with 8 points tonight. Hannah Kresser will take a seat, and coming back to the floor will be Kenzie Miller for CGA. Second free throw, Lyles, nothing but net on that one. Denny Markin now bring it in against the full court pressure. Minute 17, comes across to Williams. Over the timeline, needs help now. Ball on the floor. Williams fighting for it, taken away by Piper Brum. Quickly up to Treber. And she'll get fouled, and I think that's on Denny Markin. Minute 4 to play here in the third. It is indeed on Markin. It's number 3 on her. So she and Meyer both have 3 fouls. And at the free throw line, Treber buries the first one. She's 1 of 2 now from the free throw line. She'll get a second one. That one is up, and it is no good. And Markin will come away with a rebound, just her second tonight. And LaVille will push it up against pressure from CGA. Singleton with Lyles defending her, hands it off to Weil, who has Piper Brum on her. Weil looking for somewhere to go with it, takes it to the left side, trying to get it to Meyer. Has to settle for Williams, who has it taken away by Miller. Miller with a steal, tries to go for the bucket. No good. Rebound comes down to Clemens, and it's stripped out of her hands by Meyer, but they're going to call a foul, and that is going to be on Ava Weil. So Katie Clemens came down with that rebound, and will get 2 shots as a reward. 42-23, CGA lead. Shot is up and good. Clemens with her first point of the night. Mimi Smith will take the floor, and Lane Lyles will get her first break of the night. Second shot here by Clemens is good. So Katie now with 2, and it's 44-23. Full court pressure here. Markin has a pass deflected, gets it to Weil. Now has Singleton. She'll bring it across. Looking for somewhere to go. Goes to the block, goes to the paint, and gets fouled on the way there. think that one's going to be on Clemens. As Singleton just decided, well, I'll take it myself. Got all the way to the rim, got fouled, so she'll shoot some free throws. That one's going to be on Katie Clemens. That is her second. First shot is up by Singleton. It's good. Maddie now with 7 points, 4 rebounds on the night. Having a really good night. Second shot is up, and that one is good as well. Nothing but net. 2 for 2 from the line tonight for Singleton. And it's 44-25. Up quickly, Mimi Smith going all the way to the bucket. Gives it up to Brum on the trail. She'll hit the basket. And a foul here. I think it's going to be on Singleton, and it is. Maddie trying to come in from behind and take it away. And the basket will count by Brum, and she'll go to the free throw line trying to complete a three-point play. Piper Brum has the shot go off the back of the rim, and Faith Meyer comes away with her third rebound. 46-25, 10 seconds left here in the third. Ava Weil hands it to Singleton. She'll go to the paint, shoot the 15-footer off the rim. Piper Brum with the rebound. She'll throw a long desperation shot up. It's well short. And that'll end the third quarter. So we head to the final 8 minutes. It's CGA 46 and LaVille 25. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Max 98.3 Game of the Week.
MCF got its start in 2018 with one goal: bring fast, reliable fiber internet to Marshall County. Today, we offer lightning-fast speeds, equal upload and download with no contracts and no install fees. Whether you're working from home or streaming all night, Marshall County Fiber keeps you connected. We might be the new kid on the block, but we're growing fast, just like our internet. Visit marshallfiber.com or call 574-223-2191. MCF, making rural connections possible.
In a world where there's so many ways to get your news, stay connected by finding out information about your school, local news, along with sports and current events. With a subscription to the Pilot News, they bring you everything you need to know right at your fingertips or on your doorstep. Call Circulation today and ask for their monthly special. Call 574-936-3101 today. Pilot News, Marshall County's news source since 1851.
Back at Daley Cox Gymnasium on the campus of LaVille High School, we're set for the final 8 minutes. It's 46-25. CGA will have it in out of the quarter break, and they'll get it to Mimi Smith. She's guarded up closely by Lexi McQueen on the floor for the first time tonight for LaVille. Right side, Brum now top of the key. Smith gets by the defense, goes to the paint, tries to flip it across on the block to Sophia Dickey, I should say, but got knocked out of bounds, and let's see what the call's going to be. It's going to be LaVille basketball. Said Dickey was the last one to touch it. So LaVille will have it back, and they trail it 46-25. We're just underway here in the fourth quarter. Bringing it in, Denny Markin has Singleton, back to Markin. Has it over to Wiles. She'll bring it across. Gets into the paint, gets to the rim, lays it up, no good. And Piper Brum now with 8 rebounds. Brings it up herself, flips it off to Kresser, who'll drive it into the paint, lays it up and lays it in. Kresser just worked her way into the middle, got a layup, and it's 48-25. CGA. Ava Weil brings it across, working on the right side. Nowhere to go. Forces her way down onto the block. Shot is blocked. And Singleton will come away with a rebound, her 5th. In the corner, gets it over to Markin. Markin works it out towards the middle. Takes it to the block, puts up a bank shot, and banks it in. 4 points now for Denny Markin. 48-27. 6:46 to play. Full court pressure by LaVille. Mimi Smith breaks it, goes all the way to the other end, lays it up and lays it in. Nobody stopped Mimi Smith. She's got 8. And it's 50-27.
Denny Markin will bring it across. For LaVille, works right side. Kresser guarding her up. Kicks it out. McQueen will take a wide open look at three off the front of the rim. Mimi Smith with the rebound. Long baseball pass to the other end. Sophia Dickey can't get it to fall on the floor for the rebound. Is Markin taken away, and putting it in is Piper Brum. Markin got the rebound, but had it taken away by Piper Brum and makes it 52-27. Ava Weil pushes it up, right side. Has Singleton. She'll take the baseline, gets to the block, gets to the paint, gets fouled. Maddie Singleton will shoot a pair. Having a really good night tonight for LaVille. She's got 8 points, 5 rebounds, and a couple of steals. She's been a solid presence in that LaVille side of the floor. And she'll shoot some free throws here. 52-27. First one is up. That one is good. She'll get a second one, but we'll have to wait. Nick Amor wants to talk about it, so we'll take a break. We come back. Maddie Singleton will be trying to hit a second free throw. You're listening to Max 98.3's Game of the Week.
Marshall County REMC, they are more than just your electric provider. They're your neighbors, your partners, and your connection to a brighter future. Since 1936, they have been powering homes, farms, and businesses with reliable service, innovative energy solutions, and a commitment to our community that never wavers. It's not just about keeping the lights on, it's about keeping our community strong. Marshall County REMC, powering progress, powering you. Learn more at marshallremc.com.
Back at LaVille High School, Dale Cox Gym. We'll be moving in here for the week. In a couple of weeks, Bi-County Tournament starts here about mid-January, so we'll be doing all the games from here for that tournament. Tonight it's CGA against LaVille. Girls basketball action. The Eagles lead at 52-28. And Maddie Singleton at the free throw line trying to get a second of two. Her shot is up, and it is no good. And the rebound comes down to Mimi Smith in the corner. Smith with her first board, first miss at the line for Singleton. In the corner, Kenzie Miller off the side of the backboard, and the rebound to Ava Weil, her fifth. She'll bring it across. Lancers trying to cut into a 50-28 or 52-28 lead. Bodies on the floor all over the place. Meyer will take the shot, and Weil will come away with a rebound. Denny, looks like, I believe that is Morgan Schmidt who's on the floor. No, it's Denny Markin who's on the floor. She hit the floor hard, setting a screen for Meyer. And then Weil got the rebound after the missed shot, but they're going to bring the training staff out here to talk to Denny. She's obviously in a lot of pain. Looked like she hit the back of her head against the floor, which is not a good thing. He's still on the floor in pain. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to Max 98.3's Game of the Week.
McDonald's restaurants in Plymouth and Bremen, Indiana are now owned and operated by local residents Bill and Flo Bolt. Bolt Enterprises are proud to own and operate all 4 McDonald's restaurants in Marshall County. Become part of the McDonald's family today with Bolt Enterprises McDonald's.
MCF got its start in 2018 with one goal: bring fast, reliable fiber internet to Marshall County. Today, we offer lightning fast speeds, equal upload and download with no contracts and no install fees. Whether you're working from home or streaming all night, Marshall County Fiber keeps you connected. We might be the new kid on the block, but we're growing fast, just like our internet. Visit marshallfiber.com or call 574-223-2191. MCF, making rural connections possible.
Back at Daly Cox Gym, and CGA with the ball out of the break. Faith Meyer for three, hits it
as the Lancers steal it. But the good news, Denny Markin did get up and walk off the floor under her own power. Bad news is she's going to spend a lot of time down here with the trainer. It looked like she set that screen and hit the floor with the back of her head when she was falling, and that is very dangerous. I'm sure she's going to have to undergo the concussion protocol if that's exactly what happened. But she is down on the end of the bench being attended to by the trainer. And LaVille will have it out after a turnover by CGA. 52-31 the score. Eagles with the lead. Abel Weil brings it up slowly, guarded by Lane Lyles. Right side, it goes to Singleton. Has Meyer top of the key. She'll try to drive it. Gives it off to Weil, who has it taken out of her hands by Lyles. Quick pass on to Brum in the break. She can't hit it. Rebound by Binkley. She can't hit the rebound bucket, and she gets fouled. That's going to be on Weil. That will be her third. And Binkley will shoot two. First one is up. That one is no good. Binkley, first miss from the line for her tonight. She's 2 of 3. She'll get a second one here. That shot is up, and it is good. So 3 of 4 from the line for Binkley. She's got 15 points. And it's 53-31, 4:32 to play. CGA with the lead. LaVille with the basketball. Abel Weil, left side to Singleton. Has Sydney Williams out top of the key, trying to find somebody to give it to. Has McQueen on the right side. Knocked out of her hands. She recovers it. In the corner to Weil on the right side. Baseline drive. Shot blocked by Binkley, and she'll come away with a rebound. Binkley with a good defensive play there. And her third board. Whistle as the ball comes up the floor with Lyles. And it's going to be number 3 on Maddie Singleton. So CGA will have it out in front of their basket. Mimi Smith will bring it in, throws it into the backcourt to Lyles, who will take it past McQueen, kicks in the corner, wide open. Brum for 3. Won't drop. Lyles with the rebound, her 4th. Gets it to Brum. Pass is deflected. Chased down on the left wing. Run down by Smith. Now on the baseline, Binkley. Throws it across to Lyle. Top of the key, Smith all alone, hits a 3. Mimi Smith just sorted out the defense, was standing alone at the top of the key and buries it. 56-31. Weil brings it across. Meyer will fire up the 3 off the front of the rim. Almost bounced in, and Weil comes away with the rebound. Her 7th. And a three-pointer. Maddie Singleton continues to have a night. And a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick break as well. It's Max 98.3's Game of the Week. 56-34 CGA.
At Marshall County REMC, they are more than just your electric provider. They're your neighbors, your partners, and your connection to a brighter future. Since 1936, they have been powering homes, farms, and businesses with reliable service, innovative energy solutions, and a commitment to our community that never wavers. It's not just about keeping the lights on, it's about keeping our community strong. Marshall County REMC, powering progress, powering you. Learn more at marshallremc.com.
Back at Dale E. Cox Gymnasium, 3:15 to play. CGA will have it out of the LaVille timeout. They'll have to go the length of the floor. Mimi Smith brings it across, goes all the way to the opposite baseline, cut off. Now needs help. She'll throw it off the leg of the defender there. That is Lexi McQueen, and it'll go out of bounds and belong to CGA. 56-34, 3:07 to play in this one. Culver Academy with the lead. They have the basketball. And that one knocked out of bounds by McQueen. It'll stay CGA ball. Almost exactly in the corner. Toss it into Lyles. It's deflected and into the hands of Singleton for the steal.
Ava Weil will bring it across. Working into the paint, trying to get a shot off. She does, and Lyles comes away with her 5th rebound. Up quickly on the break. Trieber can't hit the layup. And Meyer comes away with her 4th rebound, has it taken out of her hands by Binkley, who lays it up and in. 3 steals, and now that is 17 points for Amelia Binkley. McQueen takes it to the paint, trying to find somebody on the baseline. Singleton was there, but rotated out, and the ball goes out of bounds. 19 turnovers now for LaVille. And CGA will have it out of bounds with 2:26 to play. They lead at 58-34. Pass comes in to Smith. She'll try to work her way through the full court defense. She does. Now gets it on the block. Sophia Dickey. Spin move in the paint. Won't fall. Meyer with the rebound. Working it up, Meyer. Kills the dribble, needs some help off the screen. It comes to Reagan Strang on the floor for the first time, and now we're going to have a foul on Sophia Dickey as she goes right over the top. Of Lexi McQueen. Pass comes into Meyer, and standing all alone in the paint. Buries it. Meyer now with 15. And working it up the sideline, Lyle will get fouled. Biles, I should say, will get fouled. McQueen will get her first foul. 58-36. Maddie Singleton will come off the floor. And coming out for the first time, Bella Higley. Shot is knocked around on the rebound. Higley fighting for it. Comes off the bench. She's fighting for a rebound the minute she's off. And now got Ava Weil on the floor. Looks like she hurt her hand. So that's going to bring her to the sideline, as they will look at her on the sideline as well. She's having a little trouble with that hand. Might have gotten a little bit of a stinger down the arm. She'll go to see the trainer. Pass comes in. Binkley into the corner. Has Lyles for 3 off the rim. And Meyer comes away with her 6th board. She'll push it down the floor. Has it to Strang. Strang tries to drive to the paint. Gets to the block. Her shot no good. McQueen with the rebound. It won't fall, and Dickey comes away with her first rebound. They'll move it up quickly. Shot by Binkley, no good. She'll get her own rebound. And now bring it out to Kresser, who will hand it off to Lyles. She gets into the paint on the block to Dickey. And Dickey gets fouled. Minute 7 to play here. That foul is going to be on Faith Meyer, her 4th.
For the Eagles, shooting 2.
And Dickey will shoot a pair. Minute 7 to play. Sophia Dickey buries it. She's got 3 points. She'll get another free throw as Kate Clemens comes to the floor for CGA. And Dickey will get a second free throw. That one is up. That one is good. 4 points now for Dickey. And LaVille has it back. McQueen into the right corner. Nowhere to go. Looking for somebody to give it up to. Has Strang top of the key. Strang looking for somewhere. Drives it. Has it knocked away. Out of bounds. Going to stay LaVille basketball. Under a minute to play now with 50 seconds. .7 seconds left. 60-36 the score. CGA with a lead, and LaVille will bring it across to Strang. Looking for somewhere to go. Gives it up to Meyer. She'll take the three off the front of the rim. Rebound underneath, and Bella Higley gets the rebounds too far under to really get a nice look at the shot, but gets fouled anyway, so she'll go shoot some free throws. 37 seconds left. And Higley will shoot two. First one is up. That one is no good. Kenzie Miller will come onto the floor, replace Lane Lyles. 60-36 the score. CGA with the lead. 37 seconds left. Second one is no good. And the rebound comes down to Clemens. She'll push it up. Cresser into the corner. Kenzie Miller thought about the three, drives it instead, has the shot blocked. Rebound comes down to LaVille. 23 seconds left. Right side it goes to Higley. Now to Strang. Looking in the middle. She'll drive it. Gets to the block. Shoots it. No good. Into the hands of Bella Higley. And she'll hit the bucket. Makes it 60-38. 3 seconds left in this one. Mimi Smith will dribble it out, and that'll be it. So that's the ball game. 60-38, our final score. CGA with a win over LaVille. We'll take a break. We'll come back with our post-game show. You're listening to Max 98.3's Game of the Week.
Happening around the educational world. More and more high school graduates are attending smaller community colleges to start their educational journey. At Marian University's Ancilla College, we welcome students from all walks of life. The opportunities at Marian University are endless, from living on campus to being a collegiate student-athlete. From day one, your professors will help you create a plan for a success at Marian and beyond. Find out more about Marian University's Ancilla College through our website at marian.edu/Ancilla today.
At Marshall County REMC, they are more than just your electric provider. They're your neighbors, your partners, and your connection to a brighter future. Since 1936, they have been powering homes, farms, and businesses with reliable service, innovative energy solutions, and a commitment to our community that never wavers. It's not just about keeping the lights on, it's about keeping our community strong. Marshall County REMC, powering progress, powering you. Learn more at marshallremc.com.
McDonald's restaurants in Plymouth and Bremen, Indiana are now owned and operated by local residents Bill and Flo Bolt. Bolt Enterprises are proud to own and operate all 4 McDonald's restaurants in Marshall County. Become part of the McDonald's family today with Bolt Enterprises McDonald's. Time now for the postgame, brought to you by McDonald's.
And let's take a look at our scoring here at the final score. 60 for CGA, 38 for LaVille. For the Lancers, it was Faith Meyer with 12 points. She also had 6 rebounds. Pretty nice night for her. Spent a lot of that first half on the bench in foul trouble. Bella Higley with a bucket for 2. Maddie Singleton with 12 points. She also had 5 rebounds, 3 steals. Ava Weil had 5 points and 7 rebounds. Morgan Schmidt didn't score but had 3 boards and 3 steals. And Denny Markin hopefully will be okay. She left the game with an injury but had 4 points and 3 rebounds before that injury in the fourth quarter. For CGA, it was Lane Lyles with 9 points. She had 5 rebounds, 4 steals to go with it. Amelia Binkley with 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 steals. Mimi Smith had 11 points. Piper Brum with 8 points. She also had 8 rebounds and 3 steals. Kate Clemens with 2 points, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, had 4 rebounds. Hannah Cresser with 6 points. Sophia Dickey had 4 points. And Lila Treber on the bench had 3 points and a couple of rebounds for 60 for CGA, 38 for LaVille. Take a quick break. We got one more thing to do. Our player of the game. You're listening to Max 98.3's Game of the Week. CGA 60 and LaVille 38. We'll be right back.
Absolute Plumbing, Heating, Cooling of Plymouth has become one of the leading service companies in northern Indiana, serving Marshall, Stark, St. Joe, Fulton, LaPorte, Elkhart, and Kosciuszko County since 2014. They specialize in residential, commercial plumbing, heating, and cooling services. They also handle drain cleaning, water heater repair, commercial refrigeration, furnaces, generators, and much more. And they're the area's only York brand dealer. That's why Michiana has made Absolute Heating and Cooling their one-stop shop for service needs. Locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience in the trade. Visit their website at absolutephc.com for complete service information. Absolute Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, the area's top York brand dealer. Bourbon Street Pizza presents the player of the game.
And our player of the game tonight for LaVille, I want to give it to Maddie Singleton. She had 12 points, 5 rebounds, 3 steals. A really nice night for her defensively as well. So for LaVille, Maddie Singleton. And you can't really argue with Amelia Binkley. 17 points, 4 rebounds, 3 steals. Piper Brum made a run. She had 8 points and 8 rebounds, but we'll go with Amelia Binkley for CGA. So Maddie Singleton and Amelia Binkley are players of the game. It's going to do it for us here tonight. Don't forget, coming up Saturday, the coaches' show starts at 7 o'clock, and then Saturday night we'll be at Plymouth. It's Plymouth against Northwood in an NLC contest. So make sure you join us for a lot of sports on Saturday. And we'll talk to you then. Thanks for listening. Have a great evening and be safe out there.
Tonight's game brought to you by Coca-Cola, Hoosier Tire, Marion's University Ancilla College, First Federal Bank, Big B Coffee, McDonald's, Absolute Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, Bourbon Street Pizza, Culver Portside Marina, Marshall County REMC, the Pilot News Group, Marshall County Fiber, Johnson Danielson Funeral Home. Don't forget to visit us online at sportsthemax.net, on Facebook, and on the web.